We're all here now. I'll just jump into a song. I was supposed to be on here, I don't even know how long ago. I guess I'm getting old or don't understand how Facebook works, but I took some screenshots of the notification that said that I wasn't connected, even though I was, to give you the whole sob story. And see, so you guys are going through the same thing. I apologize for that. Sorry, I'm kind of thrown off. Let me just warm up with some of these questions that I was getting really frustrated. Like my armpits are sweating and stuff because I was getting so frustrated. So I got a few questions here thrown my way. It's funny because it starts with, I can't do a Van Halen cover, obviously. That's just, I don't have that skill set. Zach could do something like that. Question number 2, I don't know what happened to, someone write me if this is still working so I'm not losing my mind. Cool. Name that song. Okay, so one of the questions is, what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you in your music career? No, it's not The Office. It's, More Than Words. Morgan Pierce gets it. The weirdest thing that ever happened to me, I would say, is, well, this whole thing has been weird for me. That people want to listen to the music at all, and I'm really appreciative to that. And it was very unexpected when all this sort of took off, and very grateful for that. But I would say, on like a more fun level, the weirdest thing, and I think I've mentioned this before, was when we were playing a show in Philadelphia, and there was a married couple who had just got married. The ceremony must have just happened. Maybe they were later down the line drinking a lot, and would possibly like a third dance in, and they crashed our stage somehow. So the building that was connected or near our stage, which was outside in this alley, was close to wherever they got married. We were playing a song, it was raining, and I looked over and there was a bride and groom on stage. That was very weird. Fire away any questions you want to. I just am reading off what I've been asked. What have you been doing during lockdown? Talking to you every day and talking to different people and trying to get through this, trying to stay as positive as possible. Is there a musician that you've always wanted to collaborate with? Yes, that would be Jeff Lynne of ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. Favorite Metallica song or album is, I don't have a favorite Metallica song because I like so many of them. People hate on the Black Album, but I really do love the Black Album a lot. And Justice for All was the first one I fell in love with, but Master of Puppets may be the purest, or Ride the Lightning, not totally sure. So I basically gave you no answer, Brittany, at all, but I tried. Let's see what else. I have a Injustice for All t-shirt, but it's one of those vintage tees that I found that kind of always smells no matter what I do. How did you keep the flowers alive on the Here Come the Runs tour? They were new flowers each night. Did you buy them? Yeah. So we got, it was a goal and a challenge for our crew to find new flowers each day. And silent lucidity, wow. And so they did, yeah. It was a nice thing for that. Keep the life flowing. Okay. What was the inspiration behind your new behind the new record? You guys don't want to hear that answer because I think you know. I think I've talked about that a lot. I think we played Lafayette, yeah. Joey, I think we did. What is your favorite AWOLNATION song and why? I really love Run a lot, the song. Right now, my favorite song is probably, I love Mayday Fiesta Fever, and I really love Pacific Coast Highway in the movies very much. So I'm going to play it. I may seem drunk, but I'm not. I wonder why these tears came uninvited to me. I wonder if I told you would I found some relief. I feel like such a stranger from my head to my feet. My silver sweet, my misery, my love, my defeat. Pacific Coast Highway movies. We promised the sunshine, was it gloomy? But wait till the night to catch the moonbeam. Pacific Coast Highway movies. I swear my shadow knocked me straight to the floor. I'm seeing stars, I promise I will trust you no more. My skin and bones betray me, how the hell should I think? My silver sweet, my misery, my love, my deceit. Pacific Coast Highway movies. You promised me sunshine, was it gloomy? But wait till the night to catch the moonbeam. Pacific Coast Highway movies. I slept inside of a chandelier last night. I'm always looking on the bright side of life. I'm lonely and confused, and I'm mad that you're here. Give me shiny things to start my tears. Pacific Coast Highway movies. You promised me sunshine, was it gloomy? But wait till the night to catch the moonbeam. Pacific Coast Highway movies. Oh God, I think I'm beyond. La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. 'Cause I am beyond. La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. 'Cause I am beyond. La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. 'Cause I am beyond. La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 la. Do you belong? La 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 Cool. So that's my little song. Hope you liked it. What else do you guys want to know? Unfortunately, I don't have as much time because it's dinner time at my house and I'll get in trouble soon. So if you guys have any more questions to ask me, throw it my way. Yes, And by the way, that was for Brittany because she asked me to do it earlier and I didn't. And I'm not a good guitar player, so I botched that part, obviously. But meaning the obviously the Imperial March. But I'll tell you a quick story, a little anecdote, if you will. When dude, I don't know what to say about Axl Rose, you know, in that way. But the very first hardcore show I went to, I caught the tail end of this band, and the next band that played, which was the first true hardcore band I'd ever seen. And for those who don't know, the hardcore scene was sort of the underground of the punk rock scene. And there was a band called 1134, and they opened up with that. They opened up with Star Wars, basically. And I knew right at that moment that I was in the right place. And then the rest of their set was really cool too. Strife, yeah. Good friends with Strife. I just recently saw them on the California Takeover Part 2. And I actually recorded it. That was the last... I think that was the last show I saw. Definitely the last show I saw. I don't remember if that happened before or after I played one more show. But me and my engineer recorded it, and we're gonna release it. Do I have a favorite Star Wars character? There's so many great ones, you know. I was pretty blown away by Kylo this time around, to be honest with you. Darth Maul died in a funny way, in my opinion. Although he was definitely leaning towards being. I mean, the Emperor's insane. Luke's a dork, but you gotta love him. So I don't really know. My brother loved Boba Fett growing up. I mean, Kylo's helmet's so hard and so cool looking, especially when he fixed it. So yeah, I don't have an answer. I know. I've heard he's not dead. Yeah. Grievous was cool for sure. I mean, Yoda's my favorite. He's the wisest. He has the best knowledge. And so I have to go with Yoda, I think. What else? What else you guys want to talk about? Chewie rules for sure. I mean, all of them. You know, Jar Jar sucked, obviously, but his world and his people were pretty cool. But I do remember seeing that. I remember seeing. Yes, I've watched The Mandalorian. It was incredible. Who is that Yoda? It's not actually Yoda. No one can tell me that is Yoda on The Mandalorian. So who is that? Is that a clone of Yoda? I don't really know. You guys tell me. Oh yeah. Nice of you to notice the No, I don't watch enough anime. I know I could get into it though, for sure. But thank you for noticing the sick of it all shout out, you know. They were like the most professional hardcore band I'd ever seen. And anytime they come into town, in fact, I'm pretty sure they did the Scratch the Surface anniversary at the Roxy in Hollywood, and I was able to go to that. And that was really cool. So I think back to a lot of shows that I was able to see, and I was talking to someone about it, a friend of mine earlier, and I'll tell you that I really feel lucky right now to have seen some of the shows I've seen and to have played so many of these emotional shows. And kind of sad to think about, but I have had a lot of incredible concert moments, both being at shows and playing them myself. The new song I was most excited to play on tour was I'm a Wreck, the last song on the new record. If it were up to me, we'd play it 20 times in a row, because we were starting to play it before the quarantine started, and it was awesome. These are awkward things, obviously, because I don't know. I keep thinking, like, I'm trying to figure out the best way to say goodbye to everybody, because it ran so late. But by the way, there's a cool story about this guitar. It's a National guitar, and I had a red National electric guitar similar to the one that Jack White plays in the White Stripes, and it burned down in the studio, but this acoustic survived, so it kind of has the energy of the one that burned in some way. Has a virus inspired any new dark songs? No, because all my songs are kind of dark already anyways, so it's nothing new here really as far as that goes. But it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I'm sure there's a grip of bands or artists that were in the process of making a record that are going to be heavily influenced by this. So I wonder if everything's going to be pretty sad, or if everything's going to be uplifting, you know, a year from now. How many songs are going to have the word quarantine or isolation or social distancing, and, you know, like any of those main phrases. I wonder how many there will be. But I gotta go, and I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm sorry it took me so long to sign on to this thing. I tried maybe 55 times and somehow it finally got working, but thanks for having me, and I hope everybody's doing really good. And now you guys are writing a bunch of stuff. So anyways, thank you for joining me. And I apologize that it took me so long to get on, and I'll see you next time. Oh, tomorrow on my Instagram, I will be talking to Brandon Boyd from Incubus, catching up with him and talking to him, trying to get his wisdom. He's a little older than me, so maybe he'll have some cool stuff to share about his career and his journey and how he's been dealing with everything. And thank you, 1063, very, very much. Sorry for my weird stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. here on the West Coast on Instagram. Love you guys. Bye.